I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is right as representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy, 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 boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Jamaican herbs and spices add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Greetings, good evening, and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am your host, my name is Man. I hope you're having a top evening this evening as we're about to discuss again some Reggae Boys football, couple of particular players over there in Europe, and also speaking about some Reggae Girls stuff. Yes, we're going to talk about changes in the numbers of spectators that will be allowed in the game. And so let me pause and take some time firstly to big up our sponsors. Trick Nick is a Jamaican owned and operated company in Canada that uses authentic Jamaican herbs and spices to make all their products. All you have to do is visit them at tricknick.ca, and if you shop there, you'll get a major discount. They have curry paste, barbecue sauce, jerk marinade, so check them out. Also, we want to say a big thank you to Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it most. Call Prestige Finance at 876-884-7390. Yes, that's Prestige Finance. They will lend you up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars, no processing fee, same day processing, and 0 to 4% interest rate. Also, Launch Legacy is on board. Launch Legacy, where they handle risk and you can seek legacy. For all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA, visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text 647 989-0782. In fact, I want you to know that tomorrow, Launch Legacy will be hosting a webinar on our platform. It starts at 7 p.m. It's going to be big. It's going to be huge. We have other persons from the financial sector in Jamaica who will be on and sharing with you products that you can use, some for your kids so you can leave an inheritance for them, for if someone passes in your family, and for when you stop doing sports, you can start having your money working for you. So check out that tomorrow. and on our platform, on our Facebook platform, and also it will be on our YouTube platform as well. All right, let us get into some of the major stuff happening today. Is that you'd have heard that the government, yes, has made some alterations. Yes, they have made some alterations to the numbers. Initially, we heard that 1,500 persons would have been allowed. That number has been adjusted to 2,500 in terms of spectators that will be allowed, vaccinated spectators for the game. The World Cup qualifying game when the Jamaica Reggae Girls will take on the Jamaica Reggae Girls. Yes, they're going to be taking on Bermuda at the National Stadium. I'm supposed to be at that match. I want to attend every single game, home and away, as long as protocols, COVID protocols permit, because I want to support our female footballers. They have also qualified for a World Cup, and they could return to a World Cup before our male team does so. I'll be there supporting them. I love female football. Also want to say a big thank you to all the persons who are in the comment section. Remember, once you come onto the platform, you hit the like button, you subscribe, and also listen, you also need to share the content. And if you share the content, then other persons can and will see the work and join the work. All right, so just do that for me. I know sometimes your comments don't get highlighted. There's a way to do that. If you put them as a super sticker and a super chat, of course they will not be ignored because they will be different from the rest. So big up Yardi TV, Tennessee Lewis, Balakar, check in the building. Shem Jackson, big up yourself. Corner Shop TV, around here, there, and everywhere. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Fresh God indeed. He takes the lead when it comes to moderating on these platforms. Bless up one and all. So let's go back to let's begin, because I want to dedicate a lot of the time tonight to speak about moving ahead with our football on the male and on the female side. So ladies before gentlemen, so let me deal with things on the female side. Now, it has come to our attention that the government will be allowing 2,500 vaccinated fans into the stadium to support the Reggae Girls. That would, of course, be excluding the support staff for the game. So if you add support staff, security officers, COVID officers, other officials, dignitaries, all of those things, medical, all of those stuff, people who are part of the federation, parish associations, you probably would end up around with 3,000 if all 2,500 persons attended. Now, from where I stand, I would love to know if there was an actual meeting and both parties agree to this, because the numbers don't make any sense. The numbers to run a game at the stadium, to charge, to run a ticketing system, to open the gates, to allow fans with people there to serve them, 2,500 don't make sense. I did the numbers before and I told you it has to be in attendance a minimum of 5,000 people. All right, the other thing is, why aren't people who are fully vaccinated, some who have even taken boosters, why aren't they allowed to go to the game without any numbers being on it? The numbers need to change. We need to go with 5,000. Let me give you a couple of things, right? And again, let me make it clear. I want fans to be at the Gibson Relays as well. And I want fans to be at Champs. It's not my call, but I think it would be good to have fans at those events. So this is not replacing one with the other or comparing. Let me tell you what the issue is for me. Gibson Relay is an all-day event from morning till evening. Even if they cut down on some of the events, you'll still have run an event for almost 6 hours. Plus setup and breakdown time. All right? All right? Do you understand? That is what is going to happen. 6 hours. A football game is an hour and a half, and you add the next 30 minutes for pre-game, post-game, halftime. 2 hours. So in 3 hours, it's half the time. It's half the time. So why wouldn't you allow more fans? Logistically and financially, it's not making sense. Now, I understand that maybe if the government were to go and say 10,000, it would look like, quote unquote, they lose. It's not the case. But information also surfaced today from the Prime Minister's office. Now, this don't necessarily mean the Prime Minister said so, but persons within the Prime Minister's office spoke to a person from a radio station and told them that from the Prime Minister's office, they are unaware of any spectators being at Caymanas Park or having any sort of permission to be at Caymanas Park. Listen, from the beginning of this pandemic until now, spectators have been at Caymanas Park. So it baffles me that they would not know when this has been said on almost every YouTube platform and all the talk show programs. People call in and talk about it. This is 2 years and nobody knows. Come on. You have to find a better excuse than that. You have to find a better excuse than that. It is not fair to our young ladies who qualified for the last FIFA World Cup to not have fans. Also, you hear one of the leaders in the team, the captain, speaking about the kind of support that the girls need locally. The federation needs to raise money to take care of some of these things. And if you don't trust them with money, then put accountability around them. But at least let funds be generated to put back into the program. We must be able to do better than this as a nation. Again, tickets are being sold by the Bermuda, the Damrep for their games. So our players will be at a disadvantage. And don't tell me that at least there's 2,500. No. Don't tell me that. The female game, if we are being honest, the female game is not as supported as the male game. And so in a time when the male campaign is all but over, we need to put all our forces and energy behind the females right now. So, JFF, you need to go back to the board. Minister of Local Government, you need to come back to the table. It cannot be 2-5. These are vaccinated. Why if I'm the 2,501st person, I should not be allowed when I'm fully vaccinated and have a booster shot? Why? Why are people being deprived? Right? So we need to go back to the table. We need to go back to the table. We need to go back to the table. All right. I'm going to, like I say, I'm going to dedicate some time to this. Let me take a few regular questions. Bless up management, the seam. Well, I'm glad that you use the word seam. Nothing like so. So remember again, right? Giovanni. If you listen to the Vin Blaine interview, listen, I don't want to get into some of these because, all right. If you listen to the Vin Blaine interview, they did speak about players who they wanted, who had not had their document process. Also, players got injured. However, one thing I know is that the players who are supposed to be here, they all know. So if a player tell you that they don't know, maybe they're not in the squad. But the players who are in the squad and are going to play, they know. That much I know. That the ones who are going to come in here, heard Bonisha on her live today saying that she's coming next week. So she knows. So if other players don't know, maybe they don't make the squad. Everybody can play. And stop. And again, not because other people do something mean that they're... So say Bermuda has their squad. Say, all right, I'm going to give it that, Giovanni. So Bermuda has their squad already. They named all 30 players. If Jamaica give them 6-0, what are you going to say? The dynamics of Bermuda or Grenada. Grenada probably have all of their players, or majority of their players playing in Grenada. Jamaica have players coming from all over the world. Listen, our program is not an easy program. You know? Our program is a big, massive female program. Every top league in the world, Jamaica, there's a Jamaican player in there who is not an ordinary player. So our context is a little bit different, Giovanni. All right? So if you don't know that you're included, maybe you're not included. You have players who are 17-year-old who have not played any football in Jamaica and they think they're supposed to be in the squad. If you don't hear your name, you just go on easy. You understand me? But I know that the players who are supposed to be here, they know. You understand? Big up yourself, man. Big supporter of the boys and the girls. I have 3 daughters that played basketball and football. It's a shame they're not getting more fans. Yeah, man. We need to work on that. We need to work on that. There must be more fans. And I'm saying that it's better you put the number up and the fans don't turn up. And the fans don't turn up. This crazy how they're disrespecting people. I can't understand why they give the relay 10,000 on a national team, get 2,000, and this is a disgrace. And I'm saying again, people, for me, my views are this. Give the at least 10,000. I'm not going to fight them. But give me the medical, logical, and financial reasons for not allowing more fans. That's what I want to know. All right. So I want to jump onto some male football. This is very, very important and dear to my heart. You know? All right. Just like the female program. So let me talk about some male football. I'm going to talk about a player called Peter Mcgregor and a player that I always advocate for, Kaheem Parris. Player who I know from out of St. Anne. So big up all the people them from by Windsor, Marley. Bless upon yourself. You understand me? St. Anne's Bay, much respect. Because I know you guys always support Kaheem and look out for him. You understand? The Dintil crew, because he went to Dintil, Coach Anthony Patrick was there, you know. And Reggie Boo and Testes and all of you, man, you know. Warbuster, all of you guys who grew up playing together. I'm Marnie. Yeah. So we saw a lot of Kaheem Parris. This is a young man, people. I want you to understand some of my frustration with the football. Kaheem Parris made his debut for Jamaica at 17. 17 years old. Kaheem Parris opted not to play his final year or 2 more years in schoolboy football. He could have, and he opted not to. He opted to go pro. I want you to understand that this youth is not ordinary. When he left to go overseas, he didn't go over there as a 20-year-old. He went over there as a youngster. Right? I don't know if you remember that when he actually got overseas, what happened is that there was some visa issues with people in Jamaica, and that caused him to get over there late. Like, I think a month after the season starts. So it was tough for him. But guess what? The man did his thing, did well, got a transfer to FC Copa, as most of us know. Over there now, doing his thing. Should have been in the team before. For whatever reason, he was not. I don't know. I don't know outside of Leon Bailey if Jamaica have a next winger better than Kaheem Parris. And I'm talking every winger that has played, with the exception of Leon Bailey. Nobody can tell me one winger whose form has been better than Leon Bailey. Than Kaheem Parris. Tell me one. Let's look at some of the wingers that we have used. Bobby Reed hasn't done as well as him. Corey Burke hasn't done as well as him. Junior Fleming hasn't done as well as him. Jamal Lowe hasn't done as well as him. Check the stats. They have not done as well as him. Who else play wing? I think Lamar Walker has been out there. Fine. That's water under the bridge. That's water under the bridge. Check. So I see some people putting up Jamal Lowe's numbers. Go to, I want you, remember, you know. Go and check the stats in the league at check his stats throughout the time and Jamal Lowe's stats, and you will see. You will see. I'm not talking playing for Jamaica because they can't do that because Kaheem Parris didn't get to play. I want us to understand that. Right? So, what is the reason? So, let's put it that he's water under the bridge, right? Water under the bridge. Going ahead, Coach Hall, if you're listening to me, this youngster must be in the team based on his present form going ahead. Because here's what's going to happen. You notice my thing says, time is running out. You don't want this youngster get disinterested in representing his country because he's been unfairly treated. People must play and merit. And the man has been playing well and he should be selected. All right. Well, I don't know because people saying all kind of things, you know. And seeing, welcome to the show. Was there an outbreak in cases in the last time we played the US? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're saying. I'm not understanding it, Warren. Burke is not a winger. I just said to you, Burke played wing in the World Cup campaign. People, please listen what I said. Let me give you the names of the persons who have played as wingers. Burke has played as a winger. You can go even to the Gold Cup. Burke has played as a winger. Jamal Lowe, Bobby Reed, all of these guys have played as wingers at the expense of Kaheem Parris. That's the point. Whether or not you're even making my point, the fact that Burke is not a winger and he was chosen to play wing over Kaheem Parris is validating my point. Blair Terragot as well. Thank you, Duclan. All right. Fleming tore up the USL around the same time that Parris was at KRKA. Hold on. So, okay, all right. So I'm going to give you that. So one man is steering up the USL, a younger player is steering up, according to you, at the same time, and he was not called. On what merit? All right, this season he has 5 goals and 3 assists, which is good, but not amazing. All right, check all the other players who have played over him at their clubs and show me who has better stats. I'm using your arguments, you know. I'm using your arguments. Whose fault? Why is not? That is what I'm going to. That is what I'm getting to. So I am saying all of that is water under the bridge, under the bridge, right? All that is water under the bridge. All right. Going ahead. This person going to tell me that Bobby Reed and Jamal is way better than that baller. He's 2 tiers down. Really? 2 tiers down where? Where the man playing Colin Quest? Go and get your facts, man. Get your facts and come again, Colin Quest. 2 tiers down from where? Unseen, come on, let me take a look at rest here. 2 tiers down from where is he playing Colin Quest? Go ahead and talk Unseen.
Man is one. Sometimes you have to really be clear with the words that you put out, because some people, once they don't, like a certain player, you don't care what you try to, imply, they're not gonna get it. You understand me? Here say it clear to them that you're talking about the current performance, from club, not by Jamaica, but them still a type,
Different thing.
Yeah,
Different.
You understand me? So it's what they believe. So it's hard to change them, but the reality is there. This Kaheem Parris is unfairly treated by the Jeff. Well, the person.
Bridget, let me tell you this. Let me give you this. There are 2 players. I'm not getting into no details. Kaheem Parris it was clearly communicated why he couldn't come. And he could not come. So people said he did not show up. Of course he didn't show up. And they knew why he didn't show up for the friendly. And because they knew why he didn't show up for the friendly, and they refused to call him for the game. They knew that he tested. They knew it was clear. And it was communicated. So because I like level playing field. Right? There are other players. So let's use that. It wasn't because it was clear now. He had the COVID, and that was clear. It was clearly communicated. There was no misunderstanding with it. So he couldn't have gone to Peru. He was not called for the other games. Though we were short of wingers. Let's make that clear. All right? If we are going to say that if a player get called and don't turn up, they need to continue being on form, make sure we keep that rule for every single player and apply it right across the board. Right across the board. At his expense, own expense, man, not nobody else. So because a man tests positive for COVID for a friendly, he's not supposed to be called. Though he's performing better than the other players, he's not supposed to be called.
You know, I can't understand what is, man.
He's not supposed to be called to the team. So Shamar Nicholson, you do realize that there's a group of players that because them don't listen, let me say this again to people. Let me just say this, right? Not in reference to this particular comment. Let me say this. There are people you call agents, right? And sometimes time gonna reveal certain things to all of us. You see, sometimes, depending on who your agent is and who your player is, here's how, and I'm going to tell you this. There are people who still believe, who them boy, how them look boy. As they start get look money, them start hype. How man fear call them and them now come play. We cannot deal with our footballers like that. And that is the same thing, the female. You have to deal with the youth, them like professional. If a man write to you and he says he has COVID and he shows you the test, do not call him out of spite. Communicate with the players them. We are talking about fixing the football. We're talking about fixing the football. We have to stop this little, if this is why now, what goes around comes around. That is why this people vindictiveness with the fans in the stands. Because we have this very negative kind of vibe. The man said he had COVID. That cannot be held against him. Right? We never know Sir Peter Lee wouldn't make the squad for the World Cup. He should have went to the friendly. He could have gotten a chance. And the man don't listen at all there, man. I'm not talking about a response to that. Local players are not good, but they should have them together in a camp and teach them ball control and after ball. Teach them football. Colin Quest. You mean the local players are not good? What on the Colin Quest? Let me give you. So Richard King is not good. Shamar Nicholson was a local player who left Jamaica, you know. Kaheem Parris, a local player at 17 who left Jamaica. Akwasa Chung is a young player who left Jamaica. Shaquille Bradford is a young player who left Jamaica. Peter, all of these players are young players. What do you mean they're not good? What do you mean the players are not good? What do you mean by the players are not good? And to teach them ball control. Tell me which Jamaican baller who can't control ball. Come on, man. Don't disrespect the people, them, man. Don't disrespect the youth, them, but the youth them can't control. What do you mean say the man them can't control ball? We have to stop talking about this, but the players are not good. But yes, there are some players who are not good. What do you mean that the local players are not good? That's disrespect. That is how we keep talking to the youth, them. So who is good then? If the local players are not good, Colin Quest, who are the players who are good? You're going to tell me?
Turn on that now.
You're going to tell me? You're going to tell me that Duncan McKenzie can't control? Christo Daly just gone to FC Copa can't control football? They can't control the football and people taking them overseas when there are so many good players in the world? You mean the players are not good? Stop disrespect the youth, them. You think, you know much goalkeepers in America and them come and get J.D. White? You think people overseas are idiot? Why they would have come to Jamaica and pay money? You think people paying $10 million euros for Bowser because he's not good? Kaheem Parris gonna move to a big club for sure. I'm telling you a long time. And people doing that because he's not good. Johnny Talbot left. He left Jamaica because he's not good. What makes the Jamaican players not good? My son, who don't play football often, can control the ball. Are you going to tell me that the big man in Jamaica can't? Stop being so disrespectful, man. Stop disrespecting the players. We need to stop it. Every day we talk about local players, them not good. Them not good, them not good. Tell me them need to improve, but stop talking about the youth, them not good. We need to cut it out, man. Travis, I tell you that already. He had COVID and he sent everything, sir, that he needed to do. His representative spoke to them, so they knew and they saw the evidence. And this is a player that made his debut at 17 years old. And I'm saying that water under the bridge, because we now go back and rehash those things. We are saying that, you see the squad coming up, the man needs to get in the squad. That's what we are talking about. For the next set of games, he needs to be in the squad. He needs to be a part of the process going forward. He needs to be a part of the rebuild. Who was the coach? Why he wasn't called? The new coach called him once and he never came right for whatever reason. Okay? Didn't they call Corey Burke? Did Corey Burke turn up for the friendly? No. And he explained. So Corey Burke explained, why he could not come. And they called him. So why, when a next man explained, him not get called? Right, Parchment. Didn't Corey Burke explain?
Right.
And he had a reasonable explanation. So if a player can't turn up because him not supposed to get back call again?
Yeah, supposed to get back call again. But man, it's not same for same. Some people get hard treatment. I don't know why. I don't know. But Kaheem Parris, how you explain this, man? You have a player who is, maybe I go play for him team in the Champions League or the Champions playoff. Can represent Jamaica, in his club playing Champions League. Out of Jamaica straight into Slovenia. Oh, he's not in the national team. You explain that.
No, what I'm saying, I am fine, Where I can agree with Bravo, I can agree right here, right? Where he says that maybe Paul did not see him, so he did not call him. So I say, fine, that I can agree with. He wanted to work with players that he's familiar with. Not a problem. All good. You see, for these games coming up, the man needs to be in the squad. As long as he is available and his form, let me say it again, as long as he's available and his form at his club continues. Because he is a quality player. I am talking about the man being in the thing on merit. People, go and check his stats and compare it with some of the players that we're using over whatever period at their clubs. And I'm saying that going ahead, because that's water under the bridge. That's water under the bridge. All of that gone. We can't redo that. Going ahead, he needs to be a part of the team. Fresh God says King got picked from the friendly, so he could have got picked from the friendly for the world. Fresh God, I'm not talking about I explain to you again. How was he supposed to come and play?
Explain to you. Fresh God, King on the team from long time. Tapa pick him long time on the team. So
yeah, man, travel with the team and train with the team. Remember, Paul Hall had King training from the Panama game.
Them know him long time.
He was at the training.
Even Martin Davis took it a hard fight.
Here's the next name. I am saying to you, that's all water under the bridge. So going ahead. Are we not going to call back Shamar Nicholson again? Are we not going to call Kaheem Parris again? Are we not going to call the Norman? You know why? You know what is familiar with all of these players? All of these players. People, I'm onto something, you know. You know what I realize with all of these players? They have the same agent. And he's a Jamaican. And you know people stay. And I call on him, you know. But you know, so sometimes people don't rate them own. People don't rate them own. People don't rate them own.
Joe.
And sometimes, when money now leave from over there, so come here, so in a man's eyes, you can't do a agent or representative, nothing, you know. So players suffer. Fixing the football, we have to fix that. We can't be like that if we want the football. Now fix. Right? See, a man said this. Yet Alvas and company were off season and turned down the friendly call up. Yeah. Didn't these get picked in a squad?
I like that, Jerome. Yeah, it's fine when we have some people who see the light.
No. He had it. Eddie Gona. It could have worked. Eddie Gona, I feel like you know Eddie Gona that it could have worked. What I'm saying, Eddie Gona, is that if he were called up and turned down the invitation because he had not fully recovered, because he was in training during the game, so everything would have been okay. He was with his club. Manins, do you know who is making decision and selecting the process of the pool of players before the coaching staff make his final cut? You know, it's going ahead, people. You see this pool business. Me done with this pool business. Me don't know more pool for 2026. We can't manage the pool business. Me don't have no time for no pool. No, me don't have no time for no pool. Monday in a farm. And we have the coach call some players and say, listen, I need to get this player in because he's tearing up his league. You know this pool business, me can't have to go dive and looking at pool to pick up players. When Monday on field a player, them Monday want to see. I for not swimming.
Preach, man.
No, Ali Atkinson business are going around here, so I know water polo. Kind of pool business. Every second man I tell about he never done a pool. Cut out this pool business. Man up on farm man get called. What pool. Kemar Reed was doing well in the Maltese Premier League and didn't get called up. Okay. Summer is going to have Jamaica for a beating stick because of the way these people running Jamaica football. So like the band, we make the pan shop comment. that mash up the football. Myriad Paris 100, but him have to work back from another call up. All right. Yeah, man, no, I agree with you, because people must be calling to decide fresh God and merit. We know you rate him, but people need to call and merit. We're not quarreling, But I'm saying that we were going into a World Cup qualifier. I not want to go back over it. We had no wingers.
Man, ask them why them think King was called to the team. Because I merit or him playing at JPL, don't it?
Yeah.
Simple. So it's supposed to be fair right across the board for every player.
I like Carlisle was watching him. He's on merit. Very good player.
Right. And you have some people on the team not on merit.
we are
Not
discuss.
performing good.
Yeah, we are discuss Kaheem Parris. And what I'm saying, people, they remember now. I am saying to you that Kaheem Parris is doing so well at his club. He is the top player at his club. And when I tell you this, the biggest clubs from some of the biggest leagues in the world are making contact for these players to come and join them in the summer for big, 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 big money. I am saying, obviously, those clubs are seeing something. It cannot be some Costa Cup picture them and show them. It must be what he's doing at his club. And I'm saying, if they are seeing that going ahead in the games, when we have games again, in March, he must be called up. I'm giving a name for the coach to call up for the next series of game. Some of the players that are in the present squad need not be in there anymore. They have passed their prime. They are on the decline. They need to ride off into the sunset and go and stack up their bank books.
Them going in the pool.
Good servants. Some of them, listen, listen, let me tell you this. I respect some of the hard work some of them put in for Jamaica. Some of them were there to bring us to Gold Cup final after Gold Cup final when we thought we would not. So big them up. But now we have some other players who are outperforming them, who are younger. And they we need to blood some of them now. And Kaheem Parris is one of those players who need to be blooded into the system now. So I'm talking about moving ahead.
One is one, I'm talk about experience.
We don't need, listen, we don't experience to go. Experience to go Bush League, man. Experience to do. Experience to not qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah, experience. Be experienced. Experience overrated enough.
You understand? All right. Well, I'm going to come back to the comment up the top, right? Paris value is €1 million. Hey, I guarantee you, mark my words, that Kaheem Parris will not be sold for 1 million. He'll be sold for way more than that.
Yeah, because they've said it will increase. It will increase. That's what the report said that.
Let me tell you this. He will be sold for way more than $1 million. Remember, me tell you this, on the 9th of February 2022, a proper baller, especially if his team end up qualifying for the Champions League. A proper club after the man. Proper club. Me not talk about no ordinary
club.
Small club.
Never know.
Thank you, people. If brain drains a Kaheem Parris special because he mark hard. And I think because of the league he plays in, some of you don't watch him, a lot of you talking. You have not watched 9 out of the 18 games he played this season. Unseen, answer the comment there from Wayne down there. Let me come back up at the top here, son, and take 2 of these.
So Wayne, you have clubs in Belgium, clubs in the Bundesliga, you have clubs in the French league, League One. All right, can't tell the name exactly because we don't know what time it is. You understand me? Soon get it, man. Summer soon come.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back up at top, up top. I'm gonna go up top here and get some more comment. Come skip skip some of the comment them. So much comment.
But you want to think though, man, I think the JPL team should do is to work on the players' physical structure, more gym work and stuff, because, Cohen talk about, if Kaheem Parris to go to Belgium, he would have to work on his physical structure and stuff like that. So we put in some plan in place to get that up because the demand is more physical in certain leagues.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Thank you, Chris Wayne, for that comment. And people, I'm saying that, if his farm continues, because if a man decline in farm, him not supposed to get called, Me done a farm me I deal with people, me not deal with the pool. Me done with the pool business. A farm me I deal with right now. Farm. FORM, but we are say FARM. Farm. We done with the pool business. Man, them are drowning at the pool. Giovanni, I must be saying this. How will Paul Hall call Parris? He never saw him play before. Okay. All right. Fresh God.
You're the leader, say?
Yeah. Me not reach down this yet. Yeah, Colin Quest, bright ball, teach ball. Me I say my little 10-year-old son can control football. You got to talk about the man, the Jamaican. Listen, hey, brethren, I despise when people speak about Jamaica like that. Honestly. You got to look on a big man them and come tell me about the local players. The man when I say local, a general statement like that. The man say nobody at Jamaica can control football and we need to learn football.
You know more asking.
That heights are like me don't know how a person can say that. Put context on the thing, man. Come on, man. Because when they make strong statement, we get strong comments.
You know more asking. Can
you want to go watch? Listen, watch now. You have someone who never even can't even make a Premier League team who can't control ball like them on scrimmage field.
True.
Them man they just play corner league and six-a-side and can control. And you go tell me about nobody in Jamaica can control football and need to learn football. Correct the statement and come again, Colin Quest. Are you gone on a quest because you're vexed?
You know more asking. Can Lukaku control properly? How much money Lukaku gets sell for?
Understand me? What Jamal said, the control kind of off for most still because I saw players in last match they control the ball and it end up flicking over their head, but not all. All right. So, Giovanni, I want you to watch the English Premier League and count too much bad control you see in there. Watch it. Because people talk like only Jamaica alone when man play they don't control ball properly. Every league, you have players who don't control properly. I will tell you this. Do the players need to improve? Yeah. Does the league need to improve? Yeah. Is it improving? Yes. But to say the players can't control, tell me a player who can. But you say that under pressure, the control is not the best. You mean tell the man them can't. Brethren, controlling the ball is very easy for every player in the league. Tell me that them can't control it under pressure. Put context to the conversation. This is part of what YouTube need to do going ahead. Have better conversations. And stop disrespect the youth them. Christopher Pearson can control. Jerome Barkley can control. Ricochet Murray can control. Romario Guthrie can control. You understand me? I mean, Ladiel Richie at Mount Pleasant can control. You tell me about, let me call players. Jamai Topi can control. We can go through the league, every team. And talk about, will people make bad control? Of course. Vishanel Harris can control. Andrew Vanzi can control. Every team. I can call players on top of players. Francois Swaby, great. Andre Clennon, good control. Play overseas as well.
Eddie going easy,
Yeah, this man I know, boy. This man I say, man, sport on the ball. So, all right, you see it, if you do, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Yes, we don't. Man, you guys don't rate the ballers, them that play in Malta Premier League, because they are talk about less by you guys. You know that people do whole heap of videos with Martin Davis? A lot of people talk about him. There's a time when people are advocating for him to be called up. Even the Formula Sport. So it depends on which one you're watching and when you're watching it. You understand me? Sports on the ball. But people do it, man. Some of the same YouTubers saying the local players not good manners, man. Listen, I challenge any YouTuber who are gonna tell me say the local players don't good. Anyone. Anyone of the YouTuber them. Anyone of the YouTuber them can tell me say the players them are good. All right, me not to listen. Them don't love Parris. I am the one who always beg them to call him every time. Every time he gets called, I, person name, have to beg them to call him. And after he calls him, he doesn't play him. And then he told him he is lazy. Now I'm going to further. People, a whole lot of things are going on.
But man is one. Based on how Paul, if he continues with the job, I think, it's going to be better for Kaheem Parris, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, moving ahead. Because remember now, I'm saying that going ahead, the Martin Davis, the Kaheem Parris, I want Paul Hall to be looking at these players and looking to start a rebuild, not replacing. Because remember, I still believe that Eason Pinnock, Greg Lee,
right,
good defenders that we need in the team. Right? I think Kevin Stewart needs to be in this team, to help mentor. I think Ravel Morrison is an good player. And I think it's important that we have a player like Mikel Antonio in the team. I'm talking about from the last squad in terms of those who are based in England. All right? Those players, I think you have like a King who look well. I think you can probably give Lamar Walker more opportunities to see. You understand me? I think we need to look at what we're going to do with goalkeeping. Are we going to keep Miller or Jaden White, and who else we're going to add to it? And then look at some other players and bring them into, Andre Blake at some point going to stop, although goalkeeper go older. But who else is there? We need to look at that. You understand me? But I think now is the time for you to start looking at a Kaheem Parris, because on the wings is an area that we struggle. I think if we need to have like 4 wingers because they're all young. Leon Bailey, Kaheem Parris is one, Jamal Lowe is the next one, and if Demari Gray, I think we need to tell him that we need to still invite him to come and try and play now. So he still needs to be invited. No.
He's young,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but he needs to come from now. We don't want him until 2025.
No.
Still invite him.
Come play some Nations League.
No, man, we now World Cup qualifiers left, man.
Yeah, World Cup.
Yeah, and come now. I'm saying that. Bring in some of these players from now. Whatever young players out of England or wherever else. Shamar Nicholson as well. Bring them and start work the thing from now. Don't wait until 2025. So
build from now.
Yeah. How would Paris make this squad for qualify? If Jeff said that they won't call players based outside of the MLS and the USL. Huh? They aren't calling players based outside. They said that. I don't read nothing that said that.
They never said exactly that. They were saying that based on money, they might look on using it. They might.
Yeah.
We are going to have players from overseas in the team same way.
Definitely.
Understanding is key, boy, I tell you.
Yeah, Patrick Riley, he needs to get his chance, yes, and every player who are playing at the highest level should be called. Exactly, Patrick Riley. That's all I'm saying, sir. And I'm saying going ahead, because I'm not blaming Paul Hall. You understand me? But going ahead. Yeah, I think we can leave the control argument. The control argument was never make any sense. All right, let's face it, man. The players need more development, but the talent is all over the island. It is proven that we have the genetics. Just check players worldwide performing on other national teams. All right, so, all right. Let me put it this way, right? Let me put it this way. You see, we put things in context. like when we make it look like we are miles apart. So I'm going to give it that. How far apart was Richard King from the defenders of Mexico? That is what I want to ask people. When we say that, and please don't get me wrong, the moment you stop growing, you're going to die or you're sick. Players must always improve. Some of the players who are playing in the Premiership need to improve. Mikel Antonio's touch was terrible in the last game. I think it's a part of his game. He needs to improve. All right? Players will always need to improve. Bobby Reed needs to improve. All the players need to improve. But here's what I know. The one local player, only one local base player played in the entire campaign. Am I right? Well, you could say Haka also played. So let's put that in. The one local player did not show any sign that he is far away from all the other international players. So if we're going to use that kind of metric, you understand what I'm saying, Parchman? If you use the evidence that is there, the evidence is suggesting that the best quality local players are good enough to compete with the players in CONCACAF. And they have shown that. But that does not negate the fact that they need to improve.
True.
But players everywhere that need to improve. When you watch Timothy Weah, I watched Timothy Weah play for Lille. And he and Jonathan David, when I think they gave them 5-1. They man get a empty goal. Him and the goalkeeper alone. That Jonathan David played through to him. I think him worthless like a cutlass. We're dull. But I'm going to say, well, look where he's playing. He's playing in France. And I have watched him miss goal after goal after goal after goal. And a one game. Half side. Bad control. Losing the ball. So though he's playing at Lille, he needs to improve. I watch Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang at Arsenal. Man can't control ball to save him life. I don't mean he's not a good player. Everybody needs to improve. And the issue I have is that we always talk about the local players are not good. And my question is, if they are not good, why are people paying money for them? Unseen, go and tell me, run through some comments. I know what you have to say. And then I'll give them some update on Peter Mcgregor.
Yeah, go in for know what I want with Peter, you know, from St. Catherine. Yeah, man, straight from Margaret, straight to Europe. Look up yourself. Yeah, so I think, you know, I'm looking into the future because sometimes I like really stress on the problem. I like look for a solution. Based on how Paul talk about, you know, the youngsters willing to learn, the youngsters are, you know, they just want fitness and stuff like that. I think it's going to be, if he continues to work with the JFF as the coach, he's going to, you know, get the core of players from, you know, locally. Not locally, not mean only from JPL, but, you know, USL players, MLS players and stuff are local players born and bred in Jamaica into a bigger team. So I think, you know,
Yeah.
I think, you know, Kaheem Parris. And Paul must watch Kaheem Parris and must hear about Kaheem Parris. He must watch Kaheem Parris and he must hear about Kaheem Parris. Because his performance is not, you know, under the carpet. It's out there for the whole world to see. The leader said something a while ago. If you could have pull up him comment.
Yeah. I'm going to get to the leader comment. I'm a little bit perplexed. So you are saying children born outside of Jamaica is not our own management? I don't have a clue. What, Warren? Which one of the world am I living, man? Like, boy, me I tell you, somebody tell the people them Them no come for listen.
Yo,
Because
man, listening is key.
Warren, you have to explain to me what did I say that suggests to you that a child that is not born in Jamaica is not our own. I mean, I'm not understanding. So explain to me what I said that made you, make that statement. Thank you, KS. Let me keep it down, One is not seeing the light. All those players mentioned have been seen closely by the coaching staff recently, unlike Paris. Yeah, man. So fine. Okay, so now that we have some games in March, you're saying that he's not supposed to be called up because the coach has not seen him. So when is he going to be called up?
Ask them a question. Ask them again.
So when should he be called up?
Answer
Because,
Jama.
yeah, I want you to, because I am saying to you, remember, let me say it again one more time. All of that is water under the bridge. It was building the basis for this. Going ahead, he should be selected. Are you agreeing that he should be selected as part of the rebuild, starting with the World Cup campaign games? That is the essence of the conversation. All right? If you agree with that, then we have no argument. We don't want to hear nothing about Suriname on this channel. Jamaica football, we are talk over here. All right, I mean, Peso. Some people holding grudges for player. Boy, boss, let me say, I will sing this song, say, we bust out of hell, we break them spell. Time will tell. Time will tell. Time will reveal a lot of things. Management, that means Bailey wouldn't be called. Wouldn't be called. Not doing good. That's the next point too. Sometimes you call player even when you know they're not doing good because your club form may not really affect their international form. You understand me? Okay, all right, cool. All right, bravo. Yeah, Barazik is the best player at FC Cup. He's Kaheem Parris is highly valued there though. Highly rated and highly valued. I'm not talking about monetary value, but his value to the team. You understand me? All right, so let me get some more comments, people. Man, you are packing the team. Pack. No, if he's picking, I'm just suggesting. Let me get some more. Shake off some of the money. What club is at? I think Unseen answered that. Wholesale change. I totally agree. I'm saying that I'm not making wholesale changes, but we need to start. Paris is going to place. I know that for sure. Bright future. Big up Fresh God. King was called because the coach used eye test and selected him based on 3 games. Who should not been selected in the last window? Paris should be in the setup. Sorry, he was not in the Peru game. All right, Warren. Respect. Irie Warren. All right, Warren Webster. I think all of us saying the same thing. Boy, may I tell you, man, they raise up my blood pressure, man. And then say all of us say the same thing. Why are people still this narrative? I only want to play for us because they cannot play for England. Even this was the case. Who cares if they are good enough? I don't. Say if people know me, you know that I don't entertain. Me not even take on the conversation about who are Jamaican. That is not on my channel. Me not do that. I love Paris. He's better than Lamar Walker in my CC past student, but he's very lazy. Okay. All right, we'll see. This is one. Paris is rated as one of the top dribblers in Europe based on successful completion. That's I'm saying that all I'm asking you to do, people. Here's what I'm doing. All I'm asking you to do is just go and check his stats. That's all. I'm not being difficult. Just go and check it.
Tell them the website to go on.
You know what you can do? Just find it for me. And put it in there, and then I pin it so they can get it. put it in the comment section.
Find the website.
Yeah, man, just find him stats and then we just put it in there. Because maybe people do it. We only want local developed talent who are committed. We only want local developed talent who are committed to Jamaica. Roviel Waters, I'm not understanding that. Is Shamar on form? I would say yes. Yeah, well, it's friendly games, he scored 3 goals in 2 games. Form is temporary. Class is permanent. Are you mid? Hey, Jason, this kind of comment deserves a super chat. Omar, name 11 players you believe should start getting prepared. All right. So here's my thing now. This is me, people. You see, going ahead, here is what I would do in the interim. I'm going to keep Andre Blake until I find a successor. Ethan Pinnock must be one of the leaders in my defense to bring on all the other players. So I'm keeping him. Greg Lee, I think, is one of our better left backs, and Javian Brown and King. I think that's a good 4 that we can work with and add a couple too. Listen, I'm very disappointed with how we conceded that penalty, but it was saved. But I mean, Kevin Stewart, I think he deserves an opportunity again. That's me. I just think like look, a player made a mistake, he should not be just thrown away. I think he needs an opportunity. That's me, just giving him my thoughts, right? I think Lamar Walker and Peter Lee Vassell going ahead, they have something about them. But players who are not presently in the team that I think we need to take a look at, just in general. Like, I think Jamal Lowe, we need to find a way of getting back Jamal Lowe into the scoop. Your Leon Bailey will be there and your Mikel Antonio, but a Jamal Lowe. A Kaheem Parris is also one of those players. I think a Shamar Nicholson is also one of those players. I think we also need to look at Kevin Lambert as an right. I think we need to look at him to see if there's a way that he can provide what we need in the middle of the park. But outside of that, Akwasa Chang is the next young player that you could look at. But honestly, I am more impressed with a player called Shaquille Bradford. I think he has more, in my opinion. But some of those players are players. I would also, this youngster, he hasn't broken into the Arsenal team, Kiddo Taylor Hart. I think he's somebody that we need to look at. There's a next one there as well. That I see a right back that we could get if he has Jamaican connection, guy named Jed Spence, or Jed Spence. Look like a good player. But some of those names just come to mind. I'd have to probably think through it and see if I could come up with some more. All right. Alex, what you saying?
I go on, man. Is everything good? Where you been?
I'm doing good, man.
You're doing good? All right. So
Yeah, man.
I heard you mention a couple of names, Mannings, and the Deji Spence. I think he's what you call it? To his grandparents, he's eligible to play for Jamaica. But my ID right back would be Ethan Laird that played for Bournemouth. I think he's more defensive, solid, going up and down the flank, and he's very good going with the attack. So you can use him in your system. If Paula are playing the attacking system, I think Ethan Laird fit the bill more better. My left back I would go for would be the young guy from Crystal Palace, Tariq Mitchell, the one of the number 1 tackling left back in the world, in the Premier League, right? I think he has the most tackles in the Premier League for a left back position, and I think Crystal Palace makes good fullbacks, just like how they make Wan-Bissaka, they bring up Tariq Mitchell. So I think he is the one that we should introduce. And Nathan Ferguson, which has a Jamaican passport already, born and raised in Jamaica, I think he should get renewed Jamaican passport and they should call him in.
Who?
Nathan Ferguson, that plays for Crystal Palace too. He played right back. He was injured, but he just came into the season now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, people, let me tell you. All right, yeah, what you call the tenets of football, the fundamentals of football. General ball control is the same everywhere in the world. If I pass the ball to you and I say control it with the side of your foot or make a golf turn or a U-turn, in every place in the world, it is the same. Some players are better able to control it under pressure. Some players are better able to control it when the ball is driven hard, but ball control is a general tenet of football. It doesn't change worldwide. Bunny Shaw controls the ball just like how a male controls the ball. The pace of the pass, the pressure you're under, the surface you're playing on is what makes most of the difference. Some players are better controlling the ball under pressure when they're closely marked on hard surfaces, and they're better controlling the ball on all different kind of surfaces. All right? But I put it to you that if you pass the ball to any Jamaican player in the JPL, and you say control it, and you pass the same ball to Rashford and say control it, you won't see any difference. So to say that the players cannot control is not accurate. That's the point I am making. What is the ability to control a ball? How do you measure Lukaku's ability to control and compare it with Richard King? Who is better at controlling, and what are the metrics you use to measure that?
Mannings.
Am I right?
Mannings going forward. I don't think this team need any what you call it again, forward player, striker, or whatever. I think this team just need a good midfield. I think we need to recruit more midfielders that can come into the system and better fullbacks. I think that's what the team lacks, and probably 2 more centre back. But going forward, like wingers, I think we already have wingers already. Leon Bailey, Kaheem Parris, you can name them, Jamal Lowe. You just mentioned Martin Davis, Deshane Beckford that can play wing. But my problem is that sometimes we're recruiting players, we're recruiting too many forwards. And I feel like we're just left out the midfield only, like the central midfield. I think the CDM role, I think that those are the players we need to really, really, really go after. And,
hold on. Here, this is so funny. Man said, did anyone find out if the man that made the statement can control or can play any ball at all? And then right below that, Colin Quest reappear, and then we laugh. This is so much fun. Sorry, Alex, go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm saying that we need to recruit more midfielders. I see them mentioned in the comments Jacob Ramsey, Tad Cantor that play for Norwich. I think we go out and recruit all of these midfielders that can help Mannings, man, because we need a good midfield. If you don't have a good midfield, you're gonna struggle, Mannings, man. And you know that too. In football, I think we need
Alex, you ever play football yet?
Mannings, man. We playing a CM schoolboy league when me at Chung. Chung, where you
No. Yep, Alex, just you play football?
Yes, Mannings, man. Play football, Mannings.
What level football you play?
Me, schoolboy football.
What kind of school? High school football?
High school and primary.
No, schoolboy football is primary school football is called primary school football. High school football is called schoolboy football. Well, which one you play?
Primary school football and high school.
No.
Alex play FIFA.
Yeah, I'm good at FIFA. Anybody want to challenge me? No, beat me up. You see me?
Schoolboy, everybody say play schoolboy football. You play primary school football, man. That's what we call it, man.
Yes. It's matter to play high school football to Mannings here in America.
Oh, you play in America? Okay.
Yeah,
you play for your high school?
Yes.
Yeah, what position you play?
Play center back, Mannings.
So you never get called for Jamaica?
My name, I'm like grade 8. From grade 8, I just left and come and find Mannings.
Yeah. I don't understand. So you can't, if you're friend, you can't get called?
Mannings, man, you're playing a high school over here, Mannings, so you're going to get called. I don't know you.
No, if you're good, then we know you.
Oh my God, Mannings. Play a school and country, Mannings. You know, get known. Same school, Jeremy and you go. Yeah, Jeremy and you. Same school around there, sir. Yeah. That school I'm going to play.
Oh, yeah, keep.
No, I'm play center back, bro. That's about keep. Anyway, man. But I try know about the game, man. The game I come from. If I have a good midfield, I was struggling. I think we need to get a better midfield.
Yeah.
The game
All
I
right.
come from.
Yeah, but I need to give the people a little update on Peter McGregor. So you know that Peter McGregor also was overseas, right? But he's back in Jamaica, all right? Because I mean he was doing really, really well. And the day before he was supposed to make his debut, he had a terrible tackle on him that tore something in his knee. Let me see if I can find an article. And tell you what is happening. Maybe somebody in that field can explain what it is. But he had some issue. Yeah, a tear in his lateral meniscus. That's where he tore. Yeah. So his rehab alone was, I think, around 3 to 6 weeks. So what they did, right? He's back in Jamaica doing recovery. All right. So he is presently I think training with Dumby Holden. Think he's probably going to be registered to get back up to match fitness and sharpness. So look out for Dumby Holden and look out for Peter McGregor because he could be playing because the club really rate him highly. To get back his fitness and hopefully move back overseas in the summer. So sometimes when you see the players and they come back, don't think they failed. The man was doing everything good, about to make his debut for his club, and bad tackle messed up his knee. And so that is the situation with him. Very unfortunate, but the door is not closed yet.
No, I'm not from Orlando. I'm not from Orlando, Florida. I don't know West Orange High School. I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida. All
Yeah.
the 2 hours drive.
But Boss Thomas, I'm going to get some update on McGee because he just seemed to have gone under the radar. And I know Dre Anyweather also have the link on that. So so maybe Dre Anyweather can help with that as well. You understand me? Dre Anyweather says, unseen, we escaped with a 1-0 win today. Thanks to our favorite villain, Lukaku.
Lucky man.
Manins, when I see Chunga do them something in the Premier League, I never surprised say when I do them something, Because I know when I play from grassroots level, me and Chunga play.
Yeah, Fresh God, no man, Fresh God, man, this not real. 40 likes, oh my God, hold on there.
Linebacker, what the heck?
Alex, you don't like, Alex, you hear the panic, and you don't like the video, Alex?
I like the video, Manins, we are talking about Manins. I like the video, Manins.
Ishmael, you don't like the video, KS, so you don't like the video, KS. Patrick Riley, you don't like the video. You don't like the video. Roval Walters, you don't like the video. Potential, but I think the tactical aspect of the game need improvement. All right. You know what the coaches say? This is what the coaches say. It is a lot of the people I talk to from overseas talks about the mental part of the game. The struggle for the Jamaicans is not controlling and dribbling and shooting. The part of it, the part of the problem is the mental part of the game. The mental part of the game, the tactical awareness. And I think that is what makes it look like we can't control because tactically you're weak, it's going to affect your runs, your timing, your space on the field, your positioning on the field. And so when it's not that you can't control, but you're not tactically aware enough to make the best decisions. And so it puts you in problems. King Job saying that no management don't call Curry for next month. Bring him for the Nations League. No, I want to give Paul Hall everything that he needs to
and I think
to
Paul,
survive or to do the best that he can. But if he wants him to wait until the Nations League, fine. Because remember the Nations League is really a lot of it going to be during the break in the Premier League season, I believe, So, yeah. Sport and the Ball said, as I've seen players in the JPL with a better control than players who play in Premier League. Yep. I mean, yeah. Yeah, man. We have to, Warren. We can't keep all of these players. Yeah. See, we can't keep all of them. Lee, Pinnock, King, Moore, Brown, the new backline, Tariq, Zeminis. Yeah, Zeminis is a good looking young fullback, and this one from Mount Pleasant called Donovan Sigree, the left back, good player as well. But there is this guy named, I watch this guy. If that guy named Jet,
Deji Spence. Dead.
yeah, I think he's a good player.
So you're still waiting there upon Dishan Bernard. You're still not Dishan Bernard yet.
This, huh?
Dishan Bernard is still not rating yet.
What you mean? Don't. Did I say I don't rate him? You said that he was better than Ethan Pinnock.
I never said that, man. I never said
That's
that.
what I asked you, and you were stuttering. So don't come and change. That's what I asked. I said, is he better than?
That's what I said. You want me to rephrase what I said?
No, man. You say you never said. Argument done.
No,
Now I'm gonna go ahead. Argument done.
He
But
does. Is better than him. No.
Alex, my
But
thing is,
longer though, so the guy can overpass Ethan Pinnock few more years on the career, and Islam Cardinals.
Regina, whole heap of comments now. Let me just go through them. Let me take this one on the screen quickly. Local players are the best. Nobody said that. They move off the ball and control the ball under pressure. Nobody said that. Control the ball away from defenders. They do that. They control the ball under pressure. Not all of them, but many of them do. They are as great as Bailey. Nobody said that. Maybe they will bring us the World Cup. Nobody said that. So that's sarcasm and ridiculing people. None of us said those things. But hey, I see that you're on a quest, Colin Quest.
he's better.
But keep the comments coming. Yeah.
Man, is my thing though. All them ball with me, Alex, I talk about, and them have to come and Jamaica come show so them better than who we have.
I never. All right.
Playing for Jamaica. Playing for Jamaica is different from playing for your club. I always remember that.
I agree.
Okay, so them have to come show so how them can play and build it and
So let me ask you a question.
country.
So you're gonna call him up in a friendly? Because you don't need a passport to call him in a friendly.
I just call them and so them have.
So you want to call him and so they have. So all right.
See if them better than King. See if them better than Brown. See if them better than Ziminis. All them. Yeah, that's what I want. We don't want to push in a bag thing.
So I say them a play against better level opponent every week. So they're not that.
No, them have to come play for Jamaica. We don't care what them play over there. Some more of them play for Jamaica, and so them have playing for Jamaica.
Okay.
Oh, somebody's saying that. No, listen. Hey, KS. No, listen. Let me give you again. There, I would not select a Jamaica starting 11 without Ethan Pinnock and his present form being in it. I would not select, based on the players that are available, a starting 11 right now with the players that are available without Greg Lee starting. I would not select a starting 11 based on all the players that we have seen without Mikel Antonio starting, a Ravel Morrison starting. And if I don't have Grant, I'm going to use Kevin Stewart. So this conversation about local players and thing is not my I don't speak like that. I don't care if you're local or you Americanized or you're English base, it don't matter to me. We're not having that. I don't have that conversation because to me it's pointless. The discussion was about a generalized statement saying that Jamaican players cannot control, and Jamaican players local players need to learn football. That is what I disagree with. And that came in the context of me having a conversation about what Kaheem Parris is doing overseas.
Mannings, man, I said a comment by Jason. He said, I don't think they like the statement that I am sure making. It sounds like our local just can walk into the team, but overseas players,
I am sure him say unseen. Him say unseen, not I
yeah,
am sure.
unseen.
So unsigned, unsigned.
In things so you think the local based players can walk into the team.
Yeah.
Right?
Unsigned film, Alex.
Huh?
Unsigned film.
I said,
Me never said that. So unsigned film.
no, but I said, no, but I said, what you said a while ago, you said, Deji Spence and the whole of them for England come prove it
Right.
over Tarek Zimines and Javi and Brown and all of them.
So you're saying that if Jed Spence come now, you're benching Javier Brown and he starts.
No, I'm not going to do
So,
that.
so that's what the man is saying.
But that's not what he said, though, man. He said whoever is better than them.
What me say?
You said whoever come have to be better than them, right? That's what you said,
He
right?
said they have to prove that.
To prove that you're better than them to start. Alex. Come
That's a
on.
very simple. Alex.
That's
Alex. Listen, Alex.
Look.
Alex, listen, Alex. Alex, here the thing will go work. You see, if you make a point and somebody speaking, you have to listen or you're gonna mute you or cut you off. All right, we have to operate the thing. All right, let's have the conversations where we look at what the person say and don't say that you are trying to say.
Right.
Respond to what the person said. Because some of the questions that sometimes come up has nothing to do. People insinuate, like no matter how much time you tell them, let me give you again. Going ahead, here is how I would compose at 11. I would have Andre Blake still in goal. Greg Lee, regardless of who else, if Ferguson and Mitchell come, Greg Lee starting in my next game. As long as he's in form at his club, he's starting. King is starting based on the last game. Pinnock is starting. And Brown is starting, regardless of who come, as long as they continue on form in their club. Personally, I would give Kevin Stewart a next chance because he came unfit. He's just getting into the groove. Ravel Morris, I thought played tremendous in the last game because he got a better role, and I saw some things I want to see more in that, and use him to help to blood the younger players like the McGee and be around them and mentor them and lead them. All right. Of course, you have your Leon Bailey, you have your Shamar Nicholson, you have your Mikel Antonio, and then you can work. That's me. So I don't know how many I've said that around 4 times, and then somebody gonna talk about English versus Jamaican. Like, where we get that from? How that still come up in the conversation? Come on, man. I don't have time for those things. This is a big point, Boss Thomas, that where are the Jamaican under 20 players? You understand me? Where are the Jamaican under 20 players?
They don't want to play them. They don't want to pick them in the pool, man.
Yeah.
Can I say something now?
There you go.
I feel like if Deji Spence come, he will take Javier Brown game. I am assuring you that. I can mark my word. Deji Spence is a mile ahead of that Javier Brown. But through Javier Brown past performances, and he performs good when he plays for Jamaica, then I would give him a starter. But Deji Spence is a mile better right back than Javier Brown. And we can agree to that.
No, in your
But Alex, let me tell you this, Alex.
All right.
That's why I ask you.
I'm done.
Let me tell you this. How many games have you watched Jed Spence play?
I watched him play 5 games this season.
5 games?
Yeah.
And in the 5 games...
Especially the Arsenal game too. I can name it that one.
So tell me the 5 games that you watch him play.
Oh my.
The Arsenal... No, come on, man. It's 5 games. Because he recently started because he's on loan, He's not a Nottingham Forest player. He's on loan.
So man,
he was coming off the bench. So
5 games we won't watch, man. The guy's a better right back, man.
No, Lord, I'm right.
Say that, man. Or you come to that.
Oh, you go on there, sir. I'm asking you, tell you, 5 games, Alex, you can't be. You remember the Arsenal game, so tell me the other games. He just played again. After Arsenal game, he played the next game. Did they watch that one where they defeated?
I remember the team, man. He's been a member of the team. I can't tell you.
Okay. So who did they knock out of they knocked out thing there out of the FA Cup as well after Arsenal?
As I can say, man, I don't remember the teams.
All right, but you remember his performance.
Yes, there you go.
And based on what you saw from him, you think he warrants a start in the team over Javier Brown?
Yes, man.
Given how you saw Javier Brown played in the Mexico game.
I'm not saying, listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he should come into the team and start just right away. But I'm saying in past games, he will perform better than my take Javier Brown place. He's a better right back than Javier Brown. That's my opinion. Man.
Yeah, but that's what Unseen is saying is that when the players come, of course, if they play better, they get the game.
That's what I'm
But like, don't say, all right, Mason Holgate is coming now, so let's bench Ethan Pinnock because Mason Holgate, Everton is high up the team. You can't do that. Because your club form may not necessarily translate to your, and this is what we can't keep going through. Oh, Jed play. Hey, you don't say, watch out. So we have a player in Syria there. They want to play for Juventus. Hey, Jed, you're gone, you know. Hold on. We just find an next to the Barcelona. Hey, yo, you were just come from Juve. You're gone, you know. Football can operate like that. We can't just keep, and we keep doing it every single cycle. We just keep changing. How we going to change 90 players? 90 players, you know? 90 players. And expect to qualify for the World Cup. At some point, you have to work with what you have. At some point. We can't keep changing. None of the club teams do that. They slowly take out people and people going ahead. All of us, we have to discourage this kind of activity. The coach and the scouts need to go and feel like more and cry, brother. Honest to God. We need to go and find the best players and have 3 right back, 4 players, 44 players. And here's the thing. Wherever they are coming from, if them come from China, I don't care. But we cannot have 10 now and then, 10 next and then change out those and just keep looking. Oh, here's the next one. Oh, here's the next one. Here's the next. No. We have to stop that. It has proven to fail. And when are we going to? There's never been a club or a country who did that and succeed. Look at Brazil. Look at the Brazil team. Look at the Argentina team. How long have they been? All right. Look at the France team. How often do they change out?
Alex, I say it.
No, I'm just letting him talk. I don't want to go over him. I'm just making him talk right now because Chris Smith put up a comment. I can agree to that comment what Chris Smith put up.
So
what
I can agree with you.
No, I have no one time to no own opinion. I can't beat you on the opinion.
No. You know, you can say it makes sense. You're not agreeing, but you can say it makes sense, you know? Because based on the words that we have put together, it makes sense, not true?
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
And when you say your opinion, some of what you say can work. But this is what.
But I'm all for quality and depth in the squad. I'm not just saying I'm Javier Brown only. I'm just saying that we should go ahead and recruit 2 or 3 more best players in that right back position. What if something happened to Javier Brown that he out for the whole season? Then Deji Spencer, one of them, and probably Ethan there that can step in and that can perform. That's all I'm saying. And what if Deji Spencer is starting right back now and something happened to Deji Spencer? You have Javier Brown. That's all I'm saying right now.
Right. But it's
all about depth for me. You get my coming from depth position. The majority position. Let me just finish. The majority position we need depth is right back, left back, and a midfield. We lack quality there, so simple as that.
But previously, you said that me and man should.
Go on. Where's the man?
Yeah, previously,
Chris will comment more at the put up, but
Well,
Chris
I
will.
put it up, but previously they said that me and Minesman should agree.
All right, hold on. We have a call online. So just hold on. Caller, good evening.
Good evening, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Good to hear your voice. Been a while.
Yeah, I'm listening. To
I realize the Reggae Boys' last defeat put you in self-imposed exile.
Yeah, I must stay there for a while.
Who is that? Cranky?
So, program, and you guys are comparing apples and oranges. So when we talk about France or UK, Belgium, or all these, what we're forgetting that is that they have a comprehensive scouting process and well administered bodies that already know what their talent pool is, already pick the best players, and only to supplement their team. We have not done that comprehensive scouting and assessment to then say, you know what, we have 20 excellent players. And getting to that team, we have to be able to exceed the quality of those who are in it. And that's why we're always adding players, because we haven't gone through that process. So the next best thing we see, we add, because we don't even know what we have. There is no comparison between Javen Brown and DJ. None. The only reason why Spence, if you watch Spence play, and if you listen to talk sports nowadays, you'll hear a lot about Spence more than you've heard in the past. Because a bunch of teams are chasing, right? And where people see him is when he played against Arsenal. When a lot of people saw him, they hadn't seen him before. But if you listen to his club, Middlesbrough, what they talk about, you'll realize, in fact, they just upped his contract one more year, friend. So they had an option, they upped it one more year because a lot of teams are chasing him. He's more of an offensive right back. And Middlesbrough played more traditional quarterback. That's why you don't hear a lot about him. But forget about Spence. This is about what we're talking about, which is local players overseas. But not local players overseas. Mainly, what's the pool that we have that we should source from? Until the JFF put a process in place where they can go out, scout the best players across the globe, whether in the US, Malta, they're in Siberia, they're in Slovenia, wherever they are, then pick the best 23 or the best 30. You won't see this chop and change going forward. Because you would have picked the best players and you to get into that team subsequently, you have to show that you're better than those players. If you look at the team currently as compromised, you can see our best defender is Ethan Pinnock. Our best midfielder may be Ravel. Our best mid forward, who even though he lacks a lot of quality, is Antonio, who can't control the ball better. But can put the ball in the net and is fit. So if you look at the composition of our team, you can say, can we say the best players are local overseas? I don't think, as you're saying, it doesn't really matter anymore. How can we go get the best players to put on the field to allow us to be successful? And my frustration, like many, is, and I heard Ali Macknap say this the other day, the administration is inept. I don't agree with him that the players are inept. I think the administration are inept. And government, some of those same inept qualities, given about who can be proud and how we can have at games, which makes no sense. It's very convenient they come up with 10,000 when they allow the last games to be attended by local fans. And that's part of it. But I do believe going forward, whether it's the fans, the media, we have to pressure the JFF to really put processes in place to allow the team to be successful, inclusive of how they recruit. Because the chop and change, I agree with everyone, doesn't work. But you also close the door on new players coming in, right? America doesn't close the door. Canada doesn't close the door. No teams really close the door. They want to have a good pool to select from. But we're not adding to the pool 10, 15 players. We're adding 1 and 2 to the 60. So you have 60, and it's very good players. You're going to add 10 more, 12 more, 13 more because, you know what, we heard about somebody. Which is what we do nowadays. But the DJs, the Ramses of the world, the Spencers of the world, the Keita the Hart that you mentioned, the Davis of the world, as a video thrown up. There's a bunch of players playing now management. Who cap right away. People understand that they're young, they're available for 2026. Cap them today so we can go source and play. They're available in the campaign for 2020. I don't
Okay.
understand why we're not.
All right, Cranky. All right. So, see, I've listened to you. Here's why this conversation at the end. Listen, no matter where there's a group of people. I don't know where they are. If they are in Jamaica, they are overseas. There's no healthy way this conversation is going to go. Honestly, once the conversation go down this road, all common sense and health is totally gone. And I'm telling you, it's going to get dismissive, disrespectful, because people already come into these things. It's one of the worst thing I think has happened in the vlogging space. That anybody who says a person born in Jamaica is supposed to play, the narrative is they hate people and don't want nobody from England. And
Right.
and if that is how we're going to have conversation, I prefer not to have it. Because you and I are saying the same thing. You and I are saying we need to find the best players, get them early, and stop chopping and changing. And when you go in the comment section, Cranky, you're going to see people asking questions if I have a problem with the English players and I want to be a local players. And you and I are saying the same thing. This idea.
But but I think what we need to do, man, we need to get the local players to get up to the standard where they play in the better league so they can have the same profile as who play for example, I think Senegal is a perfect example for Jamaica. Senegal has about 50, 60 players who play against the top 5 leagues. They have 22 alone in League One.
Mm-hmm.
They have about 60, about a similar thing in Syria and in Bundesliga. I mean, Koulibaly is born in France. He's not born in Senegal. So what they do then, they have a much more better pool than us to select from. They don't select all of them. So they have 40 plus. Plus they have some good local players they have developed. But most of their players play overseas or are
but Cranky, but nobody in Jamaica, nobody in Jamaica has been saying use, and this is what I'm saying. Nobody in I hear like the people who say it must be given, like I don't hear any of the vloggers. Like, let me give you an example. Listen to Chris Simmons. I'm going to give you. My name is Man. You're saying getting the best players because I hear you talking about players and I hear talking about players that we know that are just not good enough. Right? So let me ask. So listen to this. Chris Simmons, tell me a player that I spoke about who is not good enough. I'm going to show you how the conversation goes. All right? Because my video is about Kaheem Parris. So let's take it to that. The players that I've mentioned, I'm talking about in the present squad. I picked out players. I picked East Pinnock. I've done it 7 times so far. East Pinnock, and if you're listening, you'd have heard. Andre Blake in goal, East Pinnock, Greg Lee. I said I'd keep Richard King and Javian Brown. I said Kevin Stewart I'd give a chance. I said I like what Ravel did. I said Leon Bailey. I said Kaheem Parris. I call Jaman Lowe, I call Mikel Antonio, and I called Shamar Nicholson. But yet people are saying that I'm calling players' name who are not good. Who in that list is not good?
No, but I think they're talking about, I think you mentioned, because I've listened to the program from the inception, a number of local players who you believe, I'm going to put words in your mouth, may be good enough, right? You mentioned a number of local players who you like how they play, and who, if given the opportunity, may be good enough.
Kaheem Parris, who is not in Jamaica. Somebody mentioned Akwasa Chang, and I said I prefer Shaquille Bradford, who is also overseas. Those are the only players. There's, I think somebody has mentioned Tyreek Jimenez, and I said that's a good youngster.
Here's what I don't think anyone should be.
The issue with the other players, was based on a person saying that Local players cannot control and they need to go and learn how to play football. And I do not agree with that. My position has always been the best players, we cannot keep bringing in one set of player now, dashing them away, bring a different set, dashing them away, and as soon, okay, oh wow, here's the next one. Okay, let's get and keep doing that. I'm going to give people an example. This Senegal team, though they play all over, like you said it, Cranky, they had a core with Mane, Koulibaly, the goalkeeper, all of these guys. They brought in 2 or 3 players, Kouyaté. All of these guys have been playing with the Senegal team from the last African Cup of Nation.
Yeah, I don't disagree, but here's my view on this. I don't agree with you about not dashing my people. So here's what my view is. As far as I'm concerned, all these players fail. So as far as I'm concerned, going forward, you go ahead and you source the comprehensive pool I talk about, and you pick players based on form. Even Antonio, if he's not on form, he's not producing, you don't play him. I'm sorry.
But that's what
you do
I
what
said.
Southgate did. Wait. You do what Southgate did the last time. You know what Southgate did? He got rid of the Welbecks. He got rid of the Walkers. All those people in the England team before. You realize the England team was mainly the people that he worked with in the under 21, under 22, under 21 team, right? Those many people he picked. The Mason Mounts, all these young players he picked that he worked with, the James, all of them. He got rid of all the old, I'm gonna call them old feet. He almost changed the entire England team. Apart from a few people like Harry Kane, he held over. He got rid of most of the other players because he thought he had a very good young group coming through the ranks who could blend into the team. Because my view, management, all these players fail us. They ain't got no right.
Let me say this. Unseen. How many times have I said I don't have nothing to do with no pool? Me I deal with. Me say me not want to talk FORM. Me done with this. Have a pool of player. Me I deal with farm. I said what I'm saying to Cranky is that when I say it, you and others will understand. But there's a group of people who come now, and even though I said that I'm talking about farm, and which is what you just said, we need to select the players. And if Mikel Antonio is not on farm, don't pick him. But if I say that, it's a problem because I live in Jamaica. You can say that because you don't live in Jamaica. Because anybody who lives in Jamaica is not supposed to say if Antonio is not on form, he's not supposed to play. Jamaicans are not supposed to say that. Who dare you people live in Jamaica to say Antonio is not supposed to play? Only like people like Cranky and people who live in England, those are the ones who are supposed to say that. Because I said it, but I'm not supposed to. So you are supposed to say it because you are not in Jamaica. Who are these dirty Jamaicans to come and talk about people who don't live here? But Antonio not on farm. Nobody else can be in farm apart from Antonio. That is a narrative that I'm saying must stop. Because you said the same. I'm saying
it goes on both sides, right?
But you said
it goes on both sides.
I'm saying that you said the same thing. Player must be selected on farm. I shouted it. People say my blood pressure going up. And I'm saying that people are saying I'm wrong. But you say it, and you are right.
No, look, I'm not sure it's right or wrong, management. I think here's the thing. So people are very frustrated with the sequence of events that transpires since we've been talking about this since the World Cup qualifiers commenced, right? Or even before they commenced.
Yes.
And we've not been helped by the administration about how they have run the whole the Gold Cup and the World Cup qualifiers. They've done a poor job. It's not disputing that. But that's done and that's past. We can't change how poor that was. I think going forward, there has to be a pivot to say, you know what? Let's make sure going forward, we don't have this mess that we have had in the past. Fans, press, administrators, players, all working in tandem, trying to achieve the same objective. We're trying to make sure all our players get the best access, the best support, the best opportunities that's available to them. We want to support them. We don't want to beat them. We want them to do well. Sometimes when they play for the national team and don't play well, we're going to call them out. But we have to all be trying to work lockstep together to achieve a common cause. And my frustration is, because even though I also beat people sometimes, my frustration is that one is our egos are so big that we can't take criticism, including yours truly, by the way. We also are challenged with the view that we are not working from the same hymn sheet. So the
Yeah.
administration, as typical Jamaicans, don't want anybody to tell them anything because they think they know everything, and they don't. The players believe that they're better than they are. The fans believe that we all know it all and we don't. And the press is biased, and a lot of times. And the government is even just as bad as everybody else because they're playing politics.
Let me tell
So
you
when are
this.
we all going to change, pivot, and say, you know what, we're going to work together to achieve a common goal?
I'm going
When
to
are we going to do
I'm
that?
going to give you a good example, Cranky. I'm going to call 10 names of persons who at no point said that they don't want people outside of it. And people disrespected them as legends on this program. And I'm going to tell you what they said, and you can go back and watch the videos. Paul Young said, listen, we have to develop the local talent and bring in players from all over to fit in and fill the gaps where we need them. Bring in good players, quality players, but we have to build the local football. People disrespected him. See, I saw them stay. Paul Young said it. All right, Gregory Messam said it. Dean Sewell said it. All right, Altiman Butler said it. Hector Wright said it. Paul Teagot Davis said it. I'm going to give it. Alfredo Montesa said it. All of these people, they said it. None of them, none of those names that I called said that they don't want players born outside of Jamaica. But once they say that develop local footballers, there are people who believe that means excluding players who are not local. I keep saying this, that there is only one local born footballer, local footballer, meaning playing in the local leagues, played in the World Cup or in the Gold Cup. That one player is Richard King, who got only one game. All right? All the other players are playing outside of Jamaica, right? And many of them, have careers outside of Jamaica. What we must do, and I keep saying this, what we must do as fans of the game is find the best Jamaicans, right? That means if Kaheem Parris is playing better than Leon Bailey, he deserves to play. Not because he's playing in Slovenia and Leon is playing in England. If Jamal Lowe, like you said it, if Mikel Antonio is not scoring and not on form and Shamar Nicholson is knocking in the goals at CSK Moscow, he should play. In the same way, if Shamar Nicholson is not scoring and Ivan Toney comes to play and he's scoring, Ivan Toney should play. The issue I have, though, is that if I say Ivan Toney should not play, it is a problem. That is the issue, you know. We are not allowed in Jamaica to say that if a player from England is not good enough, he can't make the team. Because if he's from England, he's good enough. But the person can say, other persons outside of Jamaica can say that the Jamaican players are not good enough and we are supposed to accept it. And you said it. Our egos mean that we are not allowed to criticize. And all I'm saying is that we, the fans, must stop this. It is unhealthy for the players, for the local players. If every time a little 16-year-old, if every time Tyreek Yeminis turns on to YouTube to listen, you hear people telling him that he can't control, he's not good enough, and they should never call him. What do you think going to happen to the football?
Yeah, but I think it's a little bit different. I don't think people are saying that one can say overseas players is not good enough or local players is good enough. I think part of what
I did try it one day. Change up your voice and come on and say it, and you see what happened.
No. Here's the point. Here's the point, though, Mannix, man. I think from the inception of the campaign, there were people in authority in Jamaica who were challenging players' commitment. There are also people like Simon who were providing this inventory of players who we know play, for example, the Premier League. Forget about Championship. and who the JFF didn't source. And there were people like Speed who basically almost inferred that they have a quota system in some age group, right? And people believe there's a quota system in the national team. See, all of this body of evidence suggests that we weren't trying to source the best players. And even Paul Hall said this more recently, which is, and this is not misquoting him, I'm going to paraphrase, I want to supplement the local players I have with some overseas players because we did something similar in 1998. He said that. I heard him say it on TVJ, one of those programs. So when you hear, and people are based, and fans are based, management, fans don't care, the management, most fans, who just want to win enough. They don't care about who want to come from where the management.
You know that
unless
they were,
you're
no,
local fan.
How many persons?
No, but it's that.
Cranky.
No, wait, management.
Go ahead.
No, they want to win. There's some fans, local fans who follow local players who may want their person in the team. But most fans are agnostic about their team so long as they're winning. They are.
You know what is funny, Cranky? If any coach locally said what Paul Hall said, and that is follow me now. And
Paul Hall play politics to get the job. Paul Hall is playing politics to get the job. We know this.
No. But here's the point I'm making. The point I'm making, I mean, whether it's playing politics or not, I understand the narrative. And what I'm saying that, yes, it's there. I want all of us to know, like, we have to stop it because it's not healthy. Because what it's going to do, Cranky, is this. The people who don't want to see, because there are people out there who don't want to see players not born in Jamaica playing. When they hear these things and they are out, they are going to be pushing that narrative. And so somebody has to stop it. That's all I'm saying. When are we, like, and that is why I try, because I started out in Kaheem Parris, and this is why I don't even like talking about the national team. I'll give you an example. I'm talking about the reggae girls, and people will come on and talk about English versus who Jamaica players and display and sing. It is so toxic that I tell you this. If tomorrow I decide to talk about primary school football and a 12-year-old born in Jamaica, somebody is going to come on and they're going to create this thing because it has been fueled, I think, and probably that is where it is a genesis of the growth of some of the platforms. But it is not healthy. I think it is destructive to the football.
I agree, and we got to find a way, and maybe YouTubers can all come together, collate, and figure out a way to help influence the change in that narrative. YouTubers now have much more influence than they think they do. They are the ones you follow on a regular basis because the traditional media have a much wide variety of programming, what they do. They don't have the ability to spend 4 hours talking about whether Nicholson right foot work or not, or him left foot work or not. They ain't got that 4 hours to do it for a whole 4 hours. They don't, and people comment on it. So they have to understand that they're a source of information for people, and they have to use that for the greater good, not just to satisfy, their own narrative, or even to satisfy some of their constituents who sometimes can be truly negative and not objective at all. Or when they're conflicted, because I did call out someone about that, they indicate to the general public that they're conflicted, so we know what position they're coming from. You can't be conflicted.
Exactly.
They're trying to espouse the view that you are objective, which is not appropriate.
Yeah, and that is the truth, because I've often said, and you have heard me say this, listen, the JPL needs to improve. But even in a poor league, you can find good players. What we need to do is, while we build our national team, because the truth is, it would be good enough. It would be good to have all the Jamaican. All right, I'm going to give you a good example. So there's a young lady, her name is Jody Brown. She can play for the under 17, under 20, and the senior team. But she's in college, all right? So if she played for the under 17 and the senior team, she would be out of school basically for 1 year, all right? So they have opted to have her play for the senior team, right? I would have heard, right? Which is, nothing is wrong with that, all right? So let me say it this way. There are players that it would be very difficult, I think, to get like some of these players who are 17 and 16 to come and be in training and camps. They had, for example, camps going on in Jamaica, and some of the players had to get letters from their school to come down and train for a couple of days and go back. So many of the players could not come. So they had to be watching them on videotapes all over. So though it would be ideal for us to get all the best 30 under 17 from all over and the best under 20, but sometimes it's not going to happen. Kidda Taylor Hart may not be able to come to a camp, but you can still have a camp for some local players, knowing that you have a Kidda Taylor Hart that you can add to your team, knowing that you have a Matthew Baker you can add to your team, and you do that, right? Because you can do one and still keep the other in mind. If Kidda Taylor Hart is not called, it doesn't mean that the emphasis is on the local players. It may not be logistical possible. It may be that you call some of these players for tournament because that is what you can afford. And I think that's how we have to have the narrative, right? We have to have that kind of sensible discussion instead of trying to, okay, why not call? Why not call? I don't like it because all of these, you know what is funny? When did Spence's name come up? His name did not come up for Jamaica until the Arsenal game.
Yeah, and his name hasn't come up for a lot of people until the Arsenal game.
Exactly. So when person saying that we should have called him, he wasn't on the radar.
But Manning's man, here's the problem. He should have been on the radar. We go back to this whole thing, Manning's man.
There you go.
That goes back to the comprehensive recruiting or lack thereof of the AFF.
That
he
is
should have been on the radar. It's just like how you have what's his name from Leeds, who wanted to play for us, and we didn't pursue him till England now have him. You can't get him anymore, right? It's the same situation where you go late for people. They're already now being recognized by a lot of different organizations, by the English coach, manager.
Yeah.
Caps them for one game, like it's with Maitland Niles. They never play for us and never play for England again.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to front run. They know, it's not only us, Look at Diaz, who plays for Blackburn, no playing for Chile. There are countries everywhere who are looking for players wherever they reside and trying to pursue them. Man can't even speak Spanish and he playing for Chile. Don't know a word of Spanish.
But that I like that because, and here's where you and I agree. I like, hold on, I'd see that should let it come in, but I'll have to read this comment. The man said, man, in all due respect, I'm not watching any YouTube content on girls. I don't want to hear no gossip. I just want to watch the games. I drop a like. But you know what is funny? A couple of things that I've said to people, that the distance between, when you look at the results and how the game panned out, the points differential is great. But when you look at the score lines and you look at the games, the margin in CONCACAF between the teams in games is not far. So I figured, right? Yeah. What do I mean by that? The USA game out here, I don't think we were outplayed. I think the Panama game were dominated. The Mexico game out here, I don't think we were outplayed. Both Costa Rica games, I don't think we were dominated. We lost on all of those things. The point I'm making is that, where you and I agree, if our recruitment was better 2 years ago, would have had better talent in the team.
Manning's man. The last rounds of games, we all agreed we're missing midfielders and wingers. Speed agreed. Did they recruit any wingers to come to this window? Did they bring Jamal Lowe to come to this window? Did they recruit any quality wingers to come to this window? When we all agreed, including the JFF, that we're a technical committee, that we're missing that, they still didn't go out and source the players in those positions. And they've made maybe the difference between us losing, not winning the US game, even though we did won that game, not winning the Mexico game, frankly, not winning the Costa Rica game. Those small margins, we're missing offensive firepower against Costa Rica, even though we dominated that game. Bobby Reed is not good enough. I'm sorry, he's not good enough. I don't care where he was born or where he lives. He's not good enough.
But I'm telling the cranky, you can say that, You can say that. If I say that Kaheem Parris is better than Bobby Reed, somebody told me already in this comment.
Them say madness, they
say I'm talking madness. But you can say, but they're not going to tell you that. I'm telling you.
Let me say something, which is I must finish. Sorry, unseen, to dominate the conversation. Yeah, Carleen, but so Carleen get preference. So let me say this, man. Sometimes it depends. on what league you're playing in. It's hard to do comparisons if you're playing in the USL, MLS, and some other league versus someone who plays like in League One, Bundesliga, Premier League, right? We see Bailey go to Bundesliga and he does well. He plays against some of the best players in the world. We can then say, you know what? He can compete because he has the quality, even though you hear me beat him sometimes, right? But it's hard to say that about other players who are looking to develop because they're not playing in the best leagues. And that's why the challenge comes in. So I can't say comparatively between Kaheem and Jamal Lowe because they're playing against different quality of competition. If I see them against the same competition, I can then make a good comparison to say, you know what? They're playing similar leagues or they're playing the same league. This player has been playing better over a period of time. It's a good comparison. That's the way I feel. And I'm done for the night. Anthony, I really apologize because I know it's hard to sit down and just
you need to go and read.
Right,
You need to go and read Bridging comments.
I don't need to read brain. I read people who have sense, and if you're brain, you ain't got no sense.
Yeah, thank you, Cracky. Thanks
All
for
right,
calling it. Yeah, man, blessed. Yeah, Unseen. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But Bobby Reed isn't. Listen, let me tell you this. I picked Bobby Reed in my starting 11, because listen, I believe like people need to be given opportunity. I'm not saying, listen, Bobby Reed is not a bad player, but let me say it again, on form, leading up to the games, and wingers on form, Kaheem Parris was doing better. That's my argument. Nonetheless, that's water on the bridge. I am saying to you people, given the stats that I've seen of Kaheem Parris going ahead, all I'm saying is that he should be called to the team. I look forward to that.
True. Question, man.
Right? Yeah.
Question. When is the under 20 championship?
I hear that it could be all the way in September.
Oh, September. And now it's February. So nobody could time then.
Yeah.
Because I was saying, is this, getting the players and everything they're going to start on the appointed time, or they're going to start now?
Didn't they say that they're having a camp in February here?
Or they're having a camp in February?
I think so, that they had said that from last year.
Well, we need to come and talk and tell the people, because the football lovers want to see this under 20 team. A lot of people interested in this under 20 team. So
but they told you that I think this squad was named. The last time I heard is that they said like they had 9 players from overseas in the squad, because they were saying that a lot of the schoolboy players, the better schoolboy players, can't make it because they are 19. They were born 2003 and before.
Right.
So I don't even think like a Pearson may be able to play.
No.
Yeah. So you understand me? So you have that issue right there. So a lot of those persons are not able to, not going to be able to play. But the person who's saying that, listen, okay, so Dwight Spence, you're saying, let me see what Dwight Spence saying up here. Kaheem Parris excuse himself. That is not the case, sir. Kaheem Parris clearly stated that he had COVID for the friendly, right? And he was not called for though we didn't have any wingers for the World Cup qualifiers. And so somebody said that, well, he couldn't recover, but the goalkeeper, wasn't the reserve goalkeeper one of the players who tested positive and didn't travel? You remember that, Unseen?
Yes.
But he was called to the squad anyway. So like some of those things are not. That's Miller. So some of those things are not. There are other things that are at work, people. You understand me? And all I'm saying is that forget about the past. I'm saying going ahead, as long as he continues his form, he should be called. He should be called. So like Busy Atkinson can't play under 20 because he's born 2002.
If you say Pearson can play.
Huh?
He said Pearson is eligible. Is eligible.
Pearson is eligible for the 2000 and oh, okay. No, not for 2023. All right. He has to be born 2003 and beyond. Meaning, so if he's born 2003, that's 17, 18, 19. He has to be 19 in 2022. Because 2003, right?
Man, why never read the man super chat?
Oh, oh,
Jason.
super chat.
Jason.
Where's Jason super chat?
He said I read him super chat to Alex. It's all good though. Alex Khan.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a super chat. Me not seeing a super chat. Where is the super chat? Me not seeing a super chat, man. Me not seeing a super. Where is the super chat? It never come through, Jason. You have to do it again. Your side. I never saw it.
Never see.
I never saw any super chat, man. Very sorry. You have to put it up again, Jason.
So man is one. Duncan McKenzie eligible, right?
You have to check them. You have to check them. So if you're born 2003, you can go ahead.
We should be what age now? 2003.
Yeah, you have to born 2003 and beyond. So Pearson is born in 2002. Pearson is born in 2003. I don't even know. Pearson is born. What is it? Pierce Duncan McKenzie. Not confused me now, man.
You're confused now. Come on.
Yeah. So Christopher Pearson is 19. 19 this year, brother. I don't know. 2000. I don't know. So, but that's as much as I know. So a lot of the players in the league won't be some of the better players because they're older. They won't be able to play. So how many times will management repeat himself? Parris did have COVID, so him yeah. Forward in the squad. There you go. Me don't know what time it. Maybe they joined late because sometimes that happens.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Easy, What is one? What do you mean by most of the top players that never played? Because some of the top players and the better players young, very young in the school league.
Really?
Zimin is a young boy, man.
For the under 20 team. But remember remember that they have a lot of, like they have 9 players. I mean, listen, the thing is that the under 20 team, a lot of persons have sent names because a lot of names have been submitted, from overseas, from Canada, United States, and England, of players playing in good. So so I think part of what will happen is that a lot of those players, because remember the schoolboy season was really abbreviated, it wasn't a full season. So if you're not playing in the Premier League, you're not going to be up to the fitness and the icing condition.
Right. But remember though, what Mr. Speed saying, the players overseas that will come at the camp.
Huh?
Mr. Speed saying that will come at the camp.
Yeah, so as long as the camp is held when the players are out, you understand me? You can't keep a camp when the player in school and tell him to leave school and stuff. This is where now I think the federation need to work on things like, if you have like 30 players in the States, keep a camp over there or in England or wherever, and then you pick the players.
No money. No money, man, is man. I forgot to help them.
No, Brain Gent, seriously though, I scrolling back up to look for Jason's super chat and I'm not seeing it. Let me see. What time it came in, Jason? Fred, tell me what time it was. I'm not seeing it, man. I'm not seeing any super chat. The super chats disappear. Jason, let the super chat reappear. No, see, man, I look for it. I'm not seeing any super chat. Man, I trick Jason, I trick me, I don't see any. You see any? I don't see it,
My check, man.
Yeah, maybe it's a trick thing, you understand me, but me not see it. Me not see no super chat. I saw a super chat from Brain Drain one at a time.
Brain James said that was slick. First time YouTuber said, send it again. Hey, Brain James, nobody can beat that body wire.
I don't see it. I don't know. Maybe oh, this is it. Yeah, man, they put it up, man.
Oh, center back Alex, you mean line.
Right. Oh, because it was showing. Okay. All right. There you go, Jason. It has reappeared.
But you still can't send a new one though.
Sorry about that. Yeah. But this one, former Jamaican international. Kevin Lisby. He has 2 sons that play for Watford. What? Yeah, man. Them thing we need for here, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. I know Kevin Lisby. 2 sons that play for Watford. What age they be though? Yeah. So Zeminis can play.
So it's basically the 17-year-olds them in the schoolboy league that have a chance to play.
Yeah, or if you're probably 8, you're going to be, 17 possibly. So I think a lot of the older players are not going to play. And remember that Phoenix have some good young players too,
Yeah, you have my name again, Whisper.
Yeah, you have the goalkeeper you also have the goalkeeper from Mona.
Yeah, good goalkeeper.
I think he's probably one of the better. I think he's the best. I think he's the best keeper.
Available based on the age.
Yeah, he's the best goalkeeper. So I hope they can work out something with Mr. Butler,
So what about the Calabar goalkeeper, Kerry?
But my understanding is that Kerry is like the 3rd string and that Mona in the same side.
But you see, the coach team now have to put them together and see which one him pick. His pick is going to be different from Butler's pick, His pick can be different from Butler's pick.
Yeah, but I think the Mona goalkeeper is big and tall, 6 feet something. So I think he could be in it, and they have the number 7 is a good player as well.
Who is that?
Plays some Mona too, man.
Which position him play?
On the wing. He's a winger, man, the bad winger.
Calendar Brown.
Yeah, Brown, right?
Oh, he can't play, man, 19.
Okay, that's the next one out. So that is what I'm saying. Some of the better players are in the league are probably old because Aldridge is also old.
But the midfielder who scored the 2 cracker them against Kingston Technical.
He's 17.
He's 16.
Yeah, so he can play, yeah.
Yeah, man, he can play.
Yeah.
I have the youth them from what they are Germany now, the Big Nell. Young players.
Yeah, but that's gonna be tough to see because in that position is where they have a lot of the players out of England. In the Tottenham player plays that position, the Arsenal player play that position. So that midfield position is gonna be a very tough position. Okay. Hey, we need to check out this. Yeah, I need to check out this, man. I need to check out this. This is good information. Kevin Lisby 2 sons.
Currency.
Somebody saying Gainer Mount Pleasant, Malik Chang Mount Pleasant, Kevin Wilson Mount Pleasant, Prince Christie Mount Pleasant, Lamont Rochester Cavaliers. But Dwight Spence, Malik Chang is not at Mount Pleasant anymore. Kevin Wilson is Kevin Pella Wilson's son. He's not there. Christie is not even there playing. And I don't even see Gainer in the squad.
Spence information them outdated.
a lot of the players are not there, so I don't know. We have Devante Campbell. Mito had a very poor season. I don't think Lamont Rochester can play too. I think he's old.
Yeah, Hutchinson from the interior. Which one of them though? You have 2 Hutchinson, the keeper and the midfielder.
Yeah, the keeper could probably be a good reserve, but I think the Mona keeper is the best goalkeeper. Jean-Marc Gale Cavaliers, left back. Jean-Marc Clay.
No one is one.
Christopher Pearson Santos, Lewis Watson, overseas base. Roger Nelson Cavaliers. Antoine Mitchell Cavaliers. Duncan McKenzie Real Mona. Ricardo Watson Cavaliers. David Martin Tivoli Garden. Kimani Maxwell Cavaliers. What about the 16-year-old that plays for Port Morant?
Port Morant.
Portmore. Yeah, Gary Mills is in school. I think he was injured, so it's probably. I don't know that because I noticed I don't see any of the players from Mount Pleasant who played for schools. I don't see any of them playing at Mount Pleasant, so I don't have to wait until March.
But me and Gary Mills gone on a different program, so me.
Yeah, I kind of figured that once he didn't stay at Mount Pleasant, that's it. Clear Clark is good. And Clear Clark. Miles Morgan, Toronto. You have Matthew Baker, who is in Germany now as well. He signed in Germany.
Yeah, that Hutchinson player is a good player. I think he should get a look into. He's a good player.
The club that Alexander Bicknell plays for is a 2-for-1 because there's another Jamaican-born German that is legible plays for that club. And there's a former Cornwall College player over there, in Germany playing.
But my thing is though, man, why you have these good players in the Premier in the high school league, but you're not the schools are also responsible for getting these players. I'm not pushing them to play Premier League. So all them all get the fitness to play. So that's the problem.
Yeah.
McLean. He should have been in a club playing right now.
How old is Krista J. Daly? He's too old for under 20.
Krista J is what, 18 or 17?
Krista J is the one who's gone overseas,
Yeah. To FC Kappa, right?
Yeah.
On loan.
I think Akwasa is too old.
Akwasa Chang?
Yeah. But Devante Campbell at Mount Pleasant can play.
He's what, 18 or 17?
He's 17.
Can play, man. Once he's 17 and going 18 this year, I think I can play.
Micah, you know that I think the Mona keeper is better still.
No man is one.
Yeah, you don't think so? I think they're two very good goalkeepers, but I think the height of the Mona keeper gives him the advantage.
But the only difference is that, when you go against those elite players, them can box it over him. He now can't. You understand me? But he's good at doing the basics better than the that's why I would pick Kerry Hamilton over the keeper.
Yeah, me have got talk about me have got make a call and see me can man, we are talking about Dean Burton's son as well, He's a centre back, and he's 16, 6 feet something, And I've been watching him go on with things, man.
No, 6 feet.
Yeah, 16, and him a 6 feet something. Good centre back.
Which club him play for?
Darren Moore, what's it called? West Brom, yeah. Also, Krista J. Daly can't play.
No, he can't play.
Yes, unseen man. We saw you on TV. You turned superstar, man.
I know how long me wait for you to come on that topic here.
Yeah, so tell the people about your debut TV appearance, man.
Hey, the amount of call me get from last night till now. Some people I watch it 4 o'clock this morning on the repeat. And call and say, but I see you. My sister, my mother, a lot of persons,
yeah. Casey Burton, yeah, 6 feet 2. He plays for Queen's Park Rangers. Who said that? No, man. Casey Burton. I'm sure it's West Brom.
So
I swear it is West Brom in play for.
So my name's one. It was nice. I think it was the second day of the coaching course that they came and did the interviews and stuff. So I was asked to talk about coaching course. I think I did well, right?
Okay.
How my son?
Yeah, man, you sound intelligent, you know?
I am sure I teach me, man. Man is man I teach, I know. Say expect.
Yeah, you're very intelligent, man. R2 from the JP, I believe, are ready. Need some more from the youngsters because we are going up against pro football. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you were saying that was Darren Moore coach. Yeah.
So yeah, people, if you don't want to watch the interview, you can go up on One Spot Media and go on sports
Yeah. Yeah,
news.
Patrick Riley. That's Dan Burton's son. His name is Casey Burton. Trying to remember. I think it's West Brom that he plays for now. I think Dan Burton. I think
Devontae
he,
Campbell is 18 years old.
huh?
Devontae Campbell is 18 years old now.
Or Sheffield. No, where is he? I need to find out. Let me find out where he's at. Oh my lord. Oh, how old is Tyrone Marshall? Tyrone Marshall, big son. That's a good question, you know. That's a good question. I'll go and find that out for you. Yeah, man. He's the under 23 manager at West Brom. Yeah, man. West Brom is at. Yeah. He's at West Brom.
Not to mention Dujan Richards, Whisper Richards.
Yeah. He's at West Brom. So Dan Burton's son, Casey Burton, is at West Brom. All right. Tyrone Marshall. Oh yeah, Devontae Campbell. Yeah, man. Not to mention Whisper. Yeah, man. Whisper is a good pick as well. Yeah. Remember, Dan Burton's son said there is one of his friends that can represent Jamaica too. Yeah, somebody was talking about this player called Ian Frye from Inter Miami FC. Went to Hillel Academy, I understand.
Ian Frey.
Yeah, he went to Hillel.
I wonder if we know him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops, he's too old. Born in 20. Oops.
It,
Maybe I'm old. Ian Frey.
Yeah, if we can build a strong squad with these players and the top JPL talent, we can have a solid core. Like I don't think there's a lot of players playing in the JPL. I think Cleo Clark is a good player. How old is the guy who went to Cousins?
I think Cousins old, man. Cousins old.
Richard Henry.
Them out of the picture, I think.
Yeah, because they're probably old. That's what I tell people, you know, when you look at, listen, people, when you watch schoolboy football, there are some 19-year-old bordering on 20. That is why I'm going to put too much emphasis on it and keep telling people don't big it up too much because there are some players bordering on being 20 years old. But, hey, and see, Cousins is 18. Okay.
But
Henry is 18. When them born fresh got 2000 and what, 4? Because those are two good players.
no,
But Cousins is gone into college, so I don't know if he's going to be available because he just went overseas for college. How that would work?
Cousins is 18.
Yeah, man, I'll be an old man. I'll be a 19-year-old man. The man them soon turn. By the time some of them man leave school in June, them are 20 years old. I tell you, with schoolboy football, man. Reggie, man, some of them have more facial hair than unseen, you know, man. Okay. Yeah. People, well, you know, we're coming to the end of the stream. Big. Listen, I want to remind you that we have Tyrone Marshall's son. Somebody just check out Tyrone Marshall's son. Okay. Dejan Jackson said that is 19. Okay, so he wouldn't be able to play.
No.
20 in October. Oh no, he wouldn't be able to play. That means he's born.
Sal
Yeah.
Brown is a good player from Stetson, but he's too old.
Huh? Oh,
Brown
he's too old as well.
19.
What about the left side, the centre back? At BB Cook. He's gone to college as well.
I think so.
Overseas. That's the thing, you know. A lot of these guys end up going overseas and then they gone, the system disappear. But you have Matthew Baker in Germany as well.
I think the number 3 centre back from Dintil can play now.
Oh, Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you have some 6 foot centre back who can pass the ball well and good in the air, you understand me?
it's
And
very
you have a next youngster named Omari Hutchinson, I think, at Arsenal, you know, who I think is 18 too. He's a good prospect. Yeah, I think that's his name. Good player. No anything come from Arsenal. Solid. Solider than the solid waste management. All right, Claudia, listen. Yeah, boy, look like you've got to eat up some heap of super chat, me, I tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. But I'm still trying, Claudia. If you know how to, I'm doing my best, Claudia. Believe me. Believe me, I am. So if you know a next way, you can let me know.
One is when you do a course in DJing or music.
My family were sound system operators.
Oh, so that's why you want me and Cataract are good friends, though.
Oh, listen, all the best to Cataract. You know, he has, you know, as I mentioned, that name hasn't been in the best of health, so we continue. You know, you can pray for him, you know, and just, you know, send him a text and encourage him. You understand me?
Okay.
Yeah, man. Colin Quest. You're dropping out the thing and cause me a distress. You understand me? But you know, people, listen, people, big thank you for all of you for jumping on. Please continue to hit the like button. You understand me? I know nothing. I don't like me a selling it like a some mutton.
Yeah.
You understand me?
I know see a customer piece, man.
Jarvis Parris, how old is Williams at Liverpool? I think he's past the age. Dear God, you said this was a bizarre show. I am telling you. Listen, people, so what's the point? Let's get to the mood point. Peter Mcgregor, you understand me? Back in Jamaica, recouping, and he will definitely, once he's going to be playing in the league, to head back overseas. That's one. Kaheem Parris, water under the bridge. We're moving ahead. Should be given an opportunity going forward. He is making waves. All right. Let's not continue to ostracize him, and then that leads to discouragement. You know, all of these players, and the same thing happened to some of these players that are over there in England. They want to represent Jamaica now. You understand me? You don't want them to lose that appetite, that desire. So get them into it right now. Get all of them. Get the Kaheem Parrises. Get them in right now. You understand me? In it. Listen, remember to support the girls. We're going to have some interviews with a few of them leading up to the game. You know, I'm not missing any of the game, you know. You understand me? I want to go to Grenada, go watch them. You understand me? And when they come back in March, I want to go, you know, over Cayman Islands and watch them. I want to follow them and thing and give them full support. You understand me? Definitely. So support them. Mr. JFF, go back to the government and say, listen, give the girls 10,000 funds. No, he was not released. Fresh God. The day before he make his debut, he had a bad tackle, tore his lateral what's it called, meniscus, lateral meniscus, I think its name is. So he is recovering, getting back into condition for the summer. So he has not really been released, Very good player. They are very impressed with him. So, come the summer, you'll see him back over there, dropping the letter as usual. Listen, big, 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 big thank you to every single one of you. From Colin Quest out there with all of the big questions and the big requests. Enough respect. You understand me? Unseen. You don't know the man who drop on TV. And the people them not stop blow up him phone screen. Be a call.
Be a call.
You understand me? Yeah, when I talk to the girl, it matter them tall. Or short or them tall.
Richard, myself, Richard, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Poet,
Richard
man.
the poet. Bless up, bless up, bless up, man. Bless up, Richard. Yeah. Yeah, man. Claudine. Yeah. Pagan 180, bless up. Giovanni. Bless up. Rob Smith. I don't even know if it's Smith. You understand me? Kind of spell too right. You understand me? Big up. Ishmael, Peso, Fresh, God, Brain, Drain, Jason. Who say man is man? You don't. You don't put up me super chat. Alex, thank you for jumping on as well. Boss Thomas, bless up. Tajan Jackson. Dwight Spence with a whole list of under 20 players. Aiden Ariantes, bless up yourself. Always in showing all the love. All of the people who watching and, not saying anything, respect to you. Micah McLean. Yeah, man. Patrick Riley. You understand me? Jarvis Paris. Ricardo Baggio. You understand me?
Eddie
Guna. Yeah, man. Thursday night with sports down the middle. Yeah. Claudine. Shem was in the building as well. The two females holding down the place. J. Ross. Pele. Eagle Republic. You don't know Cyan Hall. Go on with, man. Yeah, go on with, man. Who else? Rob Smith. You don't know. Bless up. Foreign Spider. Stan Kroenke. Yeah. Yeah, man. Bless up everyone and all. And KS. We will, until we meet again. And that's tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night. It was a good night. Huh?
I have a big interview tomorrow morning. Of course, I forgot. I have a big interview tomorrow morning. People at 10. Don't believe.
Tell them about it.
Yes, I'm going to interview Jeremy Lynch. He's over there in the Vietnam League.
Yeah, Vietnam?
Yeah, playing for a team called Topen Land Bindi. Topen Land Bindi. So, I'm going to tomorrow at 10. Yeah.
Yo. So I tell them comment here. But I don't still know what them comment here. The one say, I am sure sports, the team did loan him to a second division team. Yeah, oh, you're talking Peter. Yeah, man. Ratbad soup vibe. Yeah. The man say, Farid Spider one day even chop though. Oh my God. Aaron Steve was in the Vietnam League. Oh man, I still pink. Wow. Yeah, man. Aaron Steven was in the Vietnam League, I believe. Yeah, man. Bless up one and all. Coaches desk. Bless up. Ryan LFC. Bless up. Formula Sports. You don't know. Military Gona. One power's one thing. You understand me? Reggae Boys commentary. All hail. IMAX TV. All hail. Big up Unseen. You understand me? Ever here. Ever supporting. Dre any weather. Lakers are suffer bad. Baller car. We had the baller car. Yeah, check in or yeah, check out. Because leaving, yeah, man, baller car was out. Talawa TV, large up yourself. You see me, I say? I mean, again, you don't know people. All here. Have a good night. You understand me? Grace and peace be multiplied unto you. One and all. Stay safe, live good. This is Man is Man. Thank you for watching another episode of I Am Sure Sports. Let me just end by bigging up our sponsors. Launch Legacy. Yes. Handle Risk Seek Legacy. For all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA, visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text 647-989-0782. Also, want to big up Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it most. You can call them at 876-884-7390. Have a good night, people, and we will speak again. Listen, before you leave and as you are leaving, you just smash the like button and show your appreciation for the content.